Hey team, I wanted to show you how to debug, actually how to fix a bug, but you're already getting to work on another feature and how to keep your files clean. So I'm in production, I'm working on the billings monthly tab, which shows you projections for billings. And I'm gonna update this table here. I was like, well, this information comes from contracts. So let me test it, make sure everything's working, make sure I understand all the tables and relationships. So I go into this contract and I'm like, well, I'm going to add a projected billing for this. So I'm like, okay, $12,000. Let's pull up DevTools. I'm going to add a projected billing of 25%, which would be $3,000. I'm going to put it on December 25th. It's going to be 25% of the whole bill. I click create and I get, please correct the form errors. And looks like it's happening on form validation on the contract service ID. So there's an ID for the contract that's related to the billing record. Okay, right here, Matt. The problem is it expected a number and received a string. I also have some warnings here about the labeling on the form fields, so I'll probably hit that up later. So what happened was I was working on project 6 because I was going to want to enhance that screen, but I found a bug. So I have a chat that I use to restart ClearCache on the local PHP server. I just, that's what this is for. So then I opened up a bug, a new chat. So it's 07. So this needs to be called 07. Rename 1237. I'm gonna put B on there for bug. So then I created a folder for 07. Come back. And I explained what's happening. When I go here and I do this, I get this error. So then it sets up all of the logging artifacts and it tells me to go do what I just did. I reproduced the steps over here, and now it created some hypothesis in my, so I created 07, I put it in debug mode, I explained it. I'm kind of down here for a while. So now it's like, okay, I think I had a hypothesis, I looked at the logs, now go do your thing. So, okay, so let me go to local. Let me do this again. It's now waiting for me to do this. So $3,000, 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's refresh actually, F5. Let me clear this. I want to make sure there's no errors here first. So, okay, contracts. Looking for the one with 37. I want to view it. Go down to the $12,000 service. Okay, I'm getting better. Add a billing record. Follow the steps that I did before. Let's do that. 3,000. 25% create. Whoa! Okay, so the API worked because we didn't get any errors. The screen, the projected, that's the date I put in there. You gotta watch these because sometimes there's a difference between the UI, the API, and the database on time and how it's dealt with, and the JavaScript on the front end. So this is cool. I'm gonna go log into the database. Okay, so I went into the CMS database, I looked at the tables. I'm on the billing record table. And the date is 12/24 for $3,000. Let's see here, just created. It's a projected. The billing date, so the date matches. Whew, thank God. Billing amount, the percentage 25, and then it's associated with lump sum. Why is it doing that? Billing record 16. Okay. So as you can see, it fixed it locally. Let's see if it shows up on billings projections. December. Oh my god, it worked. Okay. So the billing date is showing a day different. So I'll take care of that. And I'll just explain to it that I'll show it the table and I'll show it the front end and show it should be the same as the table. So this is the data issue I was telling you guys about. So hope that helps with debugging. And then after I get done, I'll just say marked as fixed. Okay, I'll do that now actually. Oh, wait, stop. Undo. So mark as fixed. And then it'll pull out all of the testing instruments so that your code doesn't get bloated and ugly. And then I will build locally and I'll move the files to production and I'll test again. So just an example of, you're in the middle of a flow and you're focusing on a feature, how you can use other agents, and then go back. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this plan to update this billing page. And I've separated, I have different bots doing it, so I'm not dirtying the context of the bot that was going to create this new feature. So best of luck, guys.